Hi everyone, so I'm back with the second part of week 43. So I'm still using the Prima 31 collection, which I absolutely love. And this is the Design A layout. So this, I actually had quite a few photos despite not having much of a week, to be fair, because I was ill. But I do have a fair few photos that I managed to get in. And then also I printed some bits off Google to add as well. But the first photo that I'm going to go at the top is a picture of me. This picture of me playing around on my phone with the Halloween apps, the filters and stuff. I think it was Instagram. Could have been Facebook actually. No, but I think it's Instagram. But I was just mucking around with the filters, and I liked them, so I put them into like a little montage thing that I printed off on my Canon selfie, and I was able to obviously put them all together because I didn't want them all on separate pieces of paper, so it was quite good to put them in a little montage sort of thing. So that is what I did. So I'm just going to back that on some nice paper from the collection. It's just these little ghosties which are really, really cute. And because the way they call them shuffle prints, I think, the way they come out, they are a bit smaller. They're not a full 6x4 photo, which is good because I get to, you get to see a bit more of the paper in the background as you cut it down sort of thing. But you can also print off a nice little like white border around it, which is nice. So I just put a little cut apart again from the collection. It's just a little orange one that says Halloween, or it's Halloween. It's just got a little witch and a cat and things, which is really cute. I think it's a cat. Oh no, it's an owl. Apologies, it's an owl. But again, I put some washi tape at the bottom and then put some stars dotted around as well. These stars just never end. Like, there's so many of them. I'm sure there's like a million in there because you pick up one, but it turns out to be about 3. And yeah, there's loads of them. I use them all throughout my Venice album. I don't feel like I even made a dent in them, so I'm trying to use a bit more of them throughout sort of Project Life and other albums and stuff. I do also have them in silver, so yeah, plenty of them to go around. So that's the first one, so that's going to go in its pocket. And then the photo that's going to go next to that is Mango. So she's gone back up the curtains. She used to do this when she was a kitten, and it used to drive me crazy because she'd hang off the curtain and I'd so worry that her claws would make a hole in them. But then she stopped doing it for ages because she was growing. I think she realised that she was a bit too big to get up the curtains. However, she started to go up them now, but she does like a massive run and jump, like she almost prepares herself to get to the very top, because she knows she's heavier now. So she like legs it all through the living room and just does a massive jump up to the middle of the curtain and then quickly climbs up to the very top, and she sits on the curtain rail at the top. And then she's petrified because the curtain rail is very thin. I don't know how she manages to sit up there, but then I have to get a chair to go get her down. So she's an absolute nightmare. But she does it in like hyperness in the mornings when she's really hyper and playing with my other cat. She just legs it up there, and she knows Moose can't get up there because he's not agile whatsoever for a cat. So she's gone back up the curtains. She doesn't do it as often. It's just when she's really hyper, I can sense that she wants to get up there. She also stands on the dining table and stares at them, and I have to sort of coax her no to tell her no, basically. Anyway, so I just put a little cut apart. It has like a little cat on it, and there's also some nice sort of bubbly paper, pink bubbles almost. And on this one, I just put some little journaling bits on there, but I want to put the cat on the side because obviously it's a cat photo. And then at the top, I put a cut apart that says pumpkin, or pumpkins, because she is my little pumpkin. She's got little orange splatters all over her and things, so she looks a little bit like a little Halloween cat. So I do actually decide to keep the photos together. Obviously when you print them off on a kind of selfie, they come together, and I just decide to keep them rather than split them, because I've started to print them off without a border now, which I think I'm going to go back to having a border and cut the border off because you can't see as much of the paper underneath, which I do actually really like. So I might go back to actually having a border to cut out. Now, the middle section is not the most fun section. So basically when I was in Budapest last week, I was sort of laying on my side, and I was just sort of touching the side of my, you know, breast area, just because it was quite sore. And yeah, I mean, apologies if there's any guys watching, you're just gonna have to deal with me talking about this. But yeah, it just felt really sore, and I could feel like, almost like, it wasn't like a lump, but it was like a firmness, and it really freaked me out. Obviously, being in Budapest, there was nothing I could do, and also we were coming back over a weekend, so I knew I wasn't going to get into the doctors until like Monday, Tuesday. So I did go to the doctors eventually. I went to the doctors. I booked it as soon as I possibly could, and I went, and she was so lovely. She was talking me through, and she said, I don't think it's anything to worry about. It's just like a firmness, and it could be that certain time of the month and stuff. But it can also be, it's very glandular. Now looking back, I mean, this was a couple of weeks back now. Because I was coming down with a cold in Budapest, I do find that maybe my glands were swollen. But it's well worth checking out, obviously anything, to do with that area, and any sort of abnormalities, definitely check them out, and I always recommend doing it. So I just thought it was quite important, really, and it's for me to keep an eye on, really see how it goes with it. I have noticed it's gone down, but then if I am run down, if I've got a cold or anything, I do find that they swell up. So it's just well worth noting, obviously, that there is glands there, and that can change things. But yeah, I just wanted to put that in because I thought it was quite important. And these sort of things, as much as it's really daunting to think about any sort of major illnesses, they do happen, and it's well worth spreading awareness and things, to get things checked. Now this is all in one day as well, so I had to take my bra off for one woman, and then I had my cervical screening cervical screening sort of test thing in the afternoon. So then I was, those poor nurses have seen everything of me now. And well, again, this is really, really important. That's why I wanted to put it in there, because you only get them every couple of years. And I did actually have a problem a couple of years back, which, this was really important, because obviously this just made sure there was no abnormal cells or anything. So again, it wasn't the best day off. I had all sorts going on with the doctors that day, but I just thought it was important to put it in there, that we have them. And really grateful here in the UK, we do pay, but we don't pay. We get these cervical screenings every 3 years, and if you've not been, please go. It's uncomfortable, but it's literally 30 seconds, and they've seen it all before, sort of thing. So yeah, I just wanted to put those in there because that was my day off, basically, having my boobs checked and then having a cervical screening done. So great day off. So in between those, I just put a journaling card that I'm going to put some bits and pieces on, and then another little filler card that's just got a little witch, and it says Wicked on there. And then the one that's going to go down the bottom, I just wanted to use these pumpkins. I just thought they were really, really cute. They're like very faded pumpkins, and all I did was just put on some paper and put some washi tape down the side, and I just leave it as it is, just because I thought they were quite nice. And then the last photo is actually going to be of 2 photos. I again decided not to. Oh no, I do break them up, I think. Yeah, I do break them up. I wasn't going to. I don't know why I did. But it's a picture of me heading into Leeds to go meet my friend, and then a picture of the restaurant that we went to, of their, the sign. We went to this Vietnamese restaurant, which was nice, actually, to be fair. It was very quiet. It was quite new. But yeah, so we went there just for a catch-up and stuff. I'm annoyed that, again, we didn't get any photos together. But it's just one of those things. You always find that the day goes so quickly because you're catching up and stuff that you forget to take any photos. But yes, I wanted, at least I had them sort of bits to remind me, but I wanted to put some little journaling bits at the bottom. So there is a little journaling square that I just put some notes on to say I met up with my friend and we went to a Vietnamese place in Leeds. And that's pretty much my week. As I said, it wasn't the most interesting week, so I was ill, and I had lots of doctor appointments and that sort of stuff, so it wasn't the most fun. But you have weeks like that. It has been a really busy time, so I was bound to get ill at some point. And I think everyone's getting ill, especially now. I'm filming this in December, which is very late, I'm aware. But everyone's ill now, with all sorts of coughs and colds and stuff, which is obviously expected after being locked down for so long, and not getting ill at all. They're all coming back now, aren't they? So I know this is my third cold of the year, so crazy. I don't normally get ill that often. I think the last time I had flu was like 2017, 2018. So yeah, I don't really get ill that often. But when I do, it's not great. But yeah, hopefully it builds up your immune system and we go forward. Obviously, I'm jabbed and everything, and I normally get my flu jab every year. I didn't get it this year. I'm not sure why I didn't actually. I just don't think I had. Just forgot to download the form from work and stuff. But I do normally get my flu jab, but I'm obviously jabbed up with all the COVID ones as well and everything. So I am, I try and limit myself to get ill as much as possible. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this week. I'm just trying to clear up my desk a little bit because it's an absolute mess. But I hope you enjoyed this week, and I will be back shortly. Thank you. Bye.